Hello and welcome back to another Schedule 1 tutorial guide. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a brand new strategy that I don't believe you have heard anywhere else. I had an epiphany on stream just yesterday where I realized something. There is a very simple way in which you can sell regular OG Kush for $350. And then when we're talking about crystal, you're going to be able to sell regular unmixed crystal for around $600. With this strategy I'm about to show with you guys, it's going to make your entire operation so much more profitable. Essentially, you are going to become a grade A scammer. Usually with OG Kush, for instance, you're only able to sell this for $38 to about $70. After implementing this strategy, you're going to be able to turn a 20 stack of OG Kush into $7,000 cash. Then when talking about crystal, you usually are going to be selling standard unmixed crystal for around $70 to $100, but using this strategy, you're going to be getting $500 to $600, making a 20 stack around $10 to $12K. Now that I've hyped you up on the massive profits you're about to get on your unmixed product, let's talk a little bit about how you are going to do this. The process is incredibly simple. Okay, so we're going to start out with OG Kush. I'm going to show you guys how you are going to do this. In order to get this process started with the OG Kush, all you're going to need is one singular OG Kush bud, and then you are going to have to take it over to the mixing machine. Now, I know even in the title it says no mixing required. You simply just have to make this recipe one time. That way it unlocks in the project manager's app, and then you never have to mix it ever again. For any of you guys who have already unlocked this $164 OG Kush mixture, you can go ahead and fast forward to the next bookmark in the video. For any of you guys who haven't made this mixture though, I'll show you how to make it real quick. Go ahead and look on the top of the screen. These are the 7 ingredients that you are going to need. It starts with paracetamol, which I hope I'm pronouncing right at this point, whatever, the white pills. So it's going to start out with the white pills, then it's going to be cuke, then the white pills again, then gasoline, cuke, megabean, and battery. The process is going to be quite simple. Again, you only need to make one of this specific recipe. All right, and just like that, we have completed this recipe. In my game save, it's called Miracle Urkel. So we head into the products app. Here it is. The reason why we're using this specific recipe is it currently is the most valuable recipe in the entire game. If you find a more valuable recipe, you can also use that one instead. So now that we've made the mixture and we have it in the products app, next we're going to want to go ahead and list it for sale. I recommend putting the asking price to $240. Now heading into the next part, this is where we become grade A scammers, low life pieces of junk. Once you have this recipe listed for sale at $240, you're going to make sure that you have no other grass strains listed. And here is the kicker. We are never going to make this recipe ever again. We are simply going to accept all of these messages and counter offer them to $350. So here we go, Mrs. Ming, $350. We're even going to schedule these for late night so we get the curfew bonus, so $350 plus an extra 20%. And the kicker is that we are only going to be giving them OG Kush. On each of these counter offers, always do $350. It's about a 95% chance that they will accept it. So far, we are 3 for 3. On the twofers, here we go, 2 for $700, still accepted. Ludwig for $350. Geraldine, 2 for $700, $350 each. Another key part of this scamming strategy is to only have this listed, even if you have crystal unlocked, just have Miracle Urkel listed for sale. After I show you guys the grass scam, I'm going to show you guys how to conduct the crystal scam. It is the same process. The key part of this scam is, although we just had everybody accept $350 for this super mix, we're only going to show up and try to sell them OG Kush. Surprisingly, it's a 70% chance that they will accept it, except the cheap OG Kush for $350. So let's go ahead and hit the streets. I'll show you guys how you're going to be able to rack up easy money. All we're going to be leaving our house with is a golden skateboard and 15 standard OG Kushes, and we are going to see how much cash we're going to come back with. So here we have our first client, Geraldine. Complete the sale. He wants 2 Miracle Urkels for $700. Again, that is that super 7 ingredient mix, but all we're going to give him is 2 standard OG Kushes. As you can see here, 70% chance of him accepting. And boom, just like that, we received $700 plus the $140 bonus, making us $840 for 2 OG Kushes. And then to top it all off, we are going to pickpocket them and steal our OG Kushes right back. Well, actually, we're not, because we're terrible at it. But anyways. All right, next up, we have Mrs. Ming. Go ahead and talk to her. Complete deal. She wants 1 Miracle Urkel for $350. We're instead going to give her an OG Kush. So now we're 1 for 2. She went ahead and decline the offer. Next up, we have Ludwig here, who wants 1 Miracle Urkel for $350. We're gonna give him that 1 OG Kush, and just like that, he accepted it. We got the 20% bonus, so we made $420 off 1 OG Kush. And then as he walks away, we're gonna try to pickpocket that OG Kush back. Just like that, made $420. Didn't have to give up any product. So far, 2 for 3. Here we got Kathy, complete deal. Again, 1 Miracle Urkel for $350. We give her OG Kush. Bada bing, accepted it, making us $420 for 1 OG Kush. And again, we're gonna try to steal back our OG Kush, which we do. So far, 3 for 4. Heading into the 5th one, here we have Peggy. She wants, again, 1 Miracle Urkel for $350. We're gonna give her 1 OG Kush, and she declined it. So far, 3 for 5. Here we have Randy, 1 Miracle Urkel for $350. We're gonna give him 1 OG Kush, and he accepted it. Again, another $420. One more time, let's try to pickpocket him on his way out. Boom, got our 2 OG Kush back. For these scam deals, you're gonna wanna focus on the counter offers for text messages, and this is going to work for weed, crystal, or coca. The process works the exact same for any recipe. Just pick your most expensive recipe. Earlier, I just showed you the most expensive weed recipe in the entire game, so I'd recommend you focus on that one. As far as crystal, I'll go ahead and show you the most expensive crystal recipe, which we can then scam all our customers into buying regular crystal for that extended price. So far through my testing, this is the most expensive crystal recipe with a fair value suggested price of $340. I have the asking price set to $450. And then for the counter offers, we're gonna counter offer somewhere around $550 to $600. And again, but when we show up to the deals, we're only going to be giving them regular crystal. If you are interested in scamming with this exact recipe, you can find the ingredients in order at the top of the screen now. Just like before, all you're gonna have to do is make one singular piece of this recipe, make sure it's the only thing that is listed, and then we're going to be counter offering and setting up our deals for after curfew to make sure we get that extra 20% bonus. So here we have Elizabeth. We're gonna go ahead and crank that up to 600. Peter file, let's go ahead and try 585. Kyle offered 535, so we're gonna go with 585. And of course, you don't have to schedule these for late night, but in doing so, you're gonna give yourself 20% extra on top of the already ridiculous profit margins. Next here we have Greg. He lowballed us at 475, so we're just gonna do 575. Again, late night. We got Sam Thomas here offering 505, so again, we're gonna go 585 just to keep things consistent. But he said no thanks. This one's not as consistent as the weed recipe before. You can do 350 every single time. With this one, you're gonna be fluctuating between 550 to 600. So there we go, 550 for Lucy. Here we have Peggy offering 475. Let's go ahead and do 560. For Kathy, let's go ahead and try 600. So sometimes 600 does work. Randy lowballed us at 455, so we'll just do 555. I think that's enough deals for this experiment showcase. Let's go ahead and just grab 20 regular unmixed crystal. Go ahead and bag that up and get ready for this nighttime experiment. All right, so now we've hit late night. Curfew is active. For those of you that didn't know, the reason why we're doing these deals at curfew, aside from the extra 20% bonus that we're gonna be getting for these deals, also time does stop at 4 a.m. So you have no chance of these deals expiring like you would during the day. In our first experiment, we were 5 for 7, so right around that 70% approval rating. As long as we can get around 70%, it makes this method extremely worth it because you're also not having to sit around all day making these mixes. Anyway, so here we go. We have our first deal. Lucy wanting 1 for 550. She does want Ass Blaster, but unfortunately all we have is regular old meth. And there we go, $550 plus 110. So $660 for 1 bag of crystal. So far, 1 for 1, starting out strong. Next up, we got Greg. Greg wants 1 for 575, so we're gonna go ahead and give him 1 standard. And he accepted. 2 for 2, looking pretty good for this one. With the curfew bonus, we got 690 for that one, so not too shabby. Next up, we have Randy. We're having to hide behind this dumpster because the cops are right there. 555, again, giving him 1 standard. Wow, we're on a roll, 3 for 3. This one we made 666 off 1 standard crystal. Here we got Kathy. She's offering 600 for 1. Again, give her 1 standard. And she accepted. We're on a hot streak, 4 for 4. This one we made $720 off one regular crystal. Next up we got Peter. What's up, Peter? 585 for one. We are 5 for 5, ladies and gentlemen, making about $700 for that deal there. Kyle wants 585 for one. Wow, completely crushing it. Another $700 there. So now we are 6 for 6. Let's go ahead and try. She wants 600 for one. We give her the standard issue. Bam, we are now 7 for 7. Made a cool $720 off that one. You might as well try to pickpocket them on their way out. I mean, the profit margins are so high, you don't even need to pickpocket, but you might as well. Right, here we got Peggy. We are 7 for 7. If she accepts, we'll be 8 for 8. She wants 560. Give her one regular. Boom. 8 for 8. Made just under $700 for that. With this strategy, it also works for coca. I think you guys get the gist, so I'm not going to go through and show you guys how it works for coca. I think you guys completely understand. You can use this same strategy with any different recipe, but I would recommend you might as well use the most expensive recipes that are in the game, which I have showed you throughout this video. Now, if this was useful to you or you think that you are going to use this strategy, go ahead and leave a like and comment down below. It's a free way to help out the channel. And throughout the next couple of months, I'm going to be dropping all kinds of different tutorial guides. So if that is something that will be useful to you, go ahead and subscribe down below. If you do check the description box, you will find both Discord links for the Schedule 1 official Discord and my community Discord. So I hope to see you there. But if not, no worries. I hope to see you next time.